There was a snap-on calendar that I'd seen when I was 19 years old.
Yeah.
And in that calendar, they got the girls with the tools and back in the day showing off the swimsuit, and in the background were the cars.
Right, okay.
And on page 3, there was a car with propellers showing, and the girl holding her tools, and I'm like, don't worry about the girl, the car. Interested. So from the age of 19, 20 years later,
right,
I've always just kept in my mind, one day I want one of these cars I've got to find. So I had been looking in that time. So I have an uncle who lives in Florida, and a lot of them did end up around Florida because they have a lot of freshwater lakes. An auction came up during the GFC, the crisis there. So with the GFC and Australia still doing quite well, our exchange rate was at $1.10 at that time.
Right.
So financially, it was affordable.
Yes.
He went on and had a look. So I'm sitting down New Year's Eve. The auction was on New Year's Day in America, so it was New Year's Day Eve for us on the 1st of January. I was down the coast with family, so I'm sitting there with my laptop, my mobile phone on the roof of the car so I can get good reception, and bidding over the internet.
Wow. Okay.
And won the car, won the bid, and we brought it to Australia. Yeah, we found that it's all original on the inside. It had been kept in its original condition.
Right.
So the only thing we've done is the outside of the car.
Okay.
We've got to look for the cancer, as we say.
Yes.
So I had it sandblasted, found a couple of spots which we fixed up, got it coated with a nice quick paint. I used the Triumph Herald motor. So from German built with German parts, it's actually made up of 5 different companies.
Right.
So the body itself is made by Amphicar. So Hans Trippel, who was the engineer and designer of the Schwimmwagen for the Nazis. So he was behind that. So the gearbox he used was from a Porsche. Brakes and wheels, Cedes, steering, VW, and Borgwood interiors. Still quite expensive. It was up there with the E-Type Jag, with the Mustang was released in '64, and that's where it struggled. 3,700 in production, and the company couldn't hold up. It drives like a boat on the land. It drives like a car in the water. It is underpowered. It would be nice to have that. Some of the owners have used Spitfire motors, so the Triumph Spitfire is the same block and it'll bolt onto that gearbox.
Right.
It gives you a 1500 option, and it's better on the road. So while it's travelling, it will do the 100 kilometres an hour, so it does do the speed. But as you're approaching hills, you're dropping gears. And in the water, you're pushing a brick through the water, basically. So it's not very water dynamic. Yeah. But the thing is, it's both. So I had a lot of people saying, it's horrible in the water, it's horrible on the land, but it's both. So you get to have that.
You kind of know that going in though, don't you?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. You can't get your mind around that. If you wanted a faster boat, then buy a faster boat. If you want a faster car, buy a faster car.
Yeah. So, it's a fun factor, isn't it?
It's a fun factor, the novelty of it.
Sure.
And for some, for convenience.
Good decision.
Great. Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I've still got the calendar.